You are welcome to Africanstale Stories channel for another interesting video. Let's get to the watch. In the small village of Nara, nestled among the lush green hills of Africa, lived a humble community known for its vibrant traditions and deep faith. The villagers attended the local church every Sunday, a modest building made of clay and thatch where they found solace and hope. Their lives took a turn when Pastor Jonas arrived. Pastor Jonas was different from any pastor they had ever seen. Tall and charismatic, his sermons were like no other. He spoke with a passion that ignited the hearts of his listeners, and soon people from neighboring villages began flocking to Nara to hear him preach. Miracles seemed to happen whenever Pastor Jonas prayed. The blind could see, the lame could walk, and the sick were healed. But there was a secret that lay hidden beneath the surface, a dark secret that Pastor Jonas kept from everyone. Every Monday and Friday night, Pastor Jonas would leave his modest home and head into the dense forest that bordered the village. He would walk through the thick underbrush, guided by the light of the moon and the stars. His destination was a small cave, hidden from prying eyes, where an ancient ritual took place. Inside the cave lived a viper, a large snake with gleaming scales and piercing eyes. The viper was no ordinary snake. It was believed to be a spirit guardian, an ancient being with mystical powers. For Pastor Jonas, this viper was the source of his miracles and the reason for his growing popularity. As he entered the cave, the viper would slither out from the shadows, its tongue flicking in the air. Pastor Jonas would kneel before the snake, whispering incantations and offering sacrifices. He would lay beside the viper, allowing it to coil around him. It was a terrifying and painful ordeal, but one he endured for the sake of his ministry. The miracles continued, and the church grew. Pastor Jonas became a household name, and his church was filled to the brim every Sunday. People traveled from far and wide, seeking his blessings and hoping for a miracle. Donations poured in, and the once humble church was transformed into a grand structure with colorful stained glass windows and golden altars. Among the new members was a woman named Amara. She was different from the others, mysterious and quiet, always observing. Amara was known in some circles as a spirit goddess, a woman with deep connections to the spiritual world. She sensed something unusual about Pastor Jonas and decided to keep a close watch on him. Amara's suspicions grew as she noticed Pastor Jonas's frequent disappearances on Mondays and Fridays. She decided to follow him one night, cloaked in the shadows, her steps silent and careful. She watched as he entered the forest and made his way to the cave. Amara waited until he was inside, then crept closer. She peered into the cave and saw Pastor Jonas lying beside the viper, the snake's body wrapped around him. She heard his whispers, the strange incantations, and saw the pain etched on his face. Realization dawned on Amara. The miracles, the popularity, the wealth, it was all because of the viper. Pastor Jonas had made a pact with the ancient spirit guardian, trading his own suffering for the power to perform miracles. Amara knew she had to expose the truth. She returned to the village and began to spread the word, whispering to those she trusted about what she had seen. It wasn't long before the rumors reached the ears of the villagers and doubt began to creep into their hearts. One Sunday, Amara confronted Pastor Jonas in front of the entire congregation. She stood up in the middle of the sermon and accused him of deceit. The church fell silent as she spoke, her voice strong and unwavering. Pastor Jonas, I know your secret. She declared, "I have seen you with the viper. The miracles you perform are not from God, but from a dark pact you have made with an ancient spirit." Gasp filled the air as the congregation turned to look at Pastor Jonas. His face went pale and he struggled to find his words. The truth was out, and there was no denying it. Pastor Jonas fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. He confessed to the congregation, revealing the pact he had made with the viper to gain his powers. The villagers were shocked and saddened, their faith shaken by the revelation. Amara stepped forward, placing a hand on Pastor Jonas's shoulder. "The path to redemption is not easy, but it is possible," she said. "You must break the pact and seek forgiveness." Pastor Jonas nodded, knowing what he had to do. With Amara by his side, he returned to the cave one last time. He faced the viper, this time not with fear, but with resolve. He renounced the pact, vowing to seek true redemption and to lead his flock with honesty and faith. The news of Pastor Jonas's confession spread quickly, and the church saw a decline in attendance. But those who remained were loyal and forgiving. They supported Pastor Jonas as he rebuilt his ministry, this time with genuine faith and integrity. Amara became a close advisor to Pastor Jonas, guiding him on his journey of redemption. Together they worked to heal the wounds caused by the deception and to restore the faith of the villagers. Though the miracles were no longer as frequent, the church found a new kind of strength, one built on truth, forgiveness, and unwavering faith. Pastor Jonas's secret had been exposed, but it led to a greater understanding of what it meant to be truly faithful. And in the small village of Nara, under the vast African sky, the congregation found peace and hope once more. Kindly subscribe, like, and comment to this channel to get notified of more videos of this. Thanks and God bless.